the bell tower, and the victims have been bled. Red velvet lines, the black box, because Bela Lugosi's dead. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We are doing an interrupting in the middle of the week video today, and it's, wow, how interrupting. And we're doing this because, well, something arrived in the Casa Del Fats, and it's something I've been waiting for quite some time. And I think a lot of people who back this particular Kickstarter have been waiting just as much. Some of you will remember, if you've watched this channel a fair amount, I did a video that had a thumbnail that looked like this on May the 7th. Yes, May the 7th. So that was, if I'm going to count this correctly, about 6 weeks ago. And in that, I talked about the relaunch of Heavy Metal Magazine. And I talked about the, well, I guess we had some fulfillment issues that occurred. But really what I talked about in that video was how impressed I was with what the management team was doing to communicate with us, the backers, and explain what happened and try and do everything they could to make it right. Long story short, what effectively happened was we were supposed to have gotten these books before they hit the shops. That was one of the guarantees we had as a backer of the Kickstarter. Well, Heavy Metal #1, for those of you who know, hit the shelves, I believe it was on April the 30th. As of the recording of this video, it is June the 24th. So effectively about 7.5 weeks later. So 7.5 weeks later, I have received my shipment, and it's here in the Casa Del Fats. So today we're going to open it. Now, full disclosure here, I'm actually one of the last items or orders to be fulfilled. So don't think that everybody who was part of the ANGRYMOB has to wait this long. Not everybody has. A lot of people have gotten their stuff well in advance. But again, if you want to hear more about really what happened with the whole ANGRYMOB thing, go check out that other video I did. Today's video is just an opening, and let's go through what's in here. And I'm somewhat excited, as you can kind of tell by the hand action. See, I'm talking with my hands a lot. Let's put those down for a minute. I'm kind of excited based on the hand action here. I've been waiting a while for this one. So let's tear in this one. I don't want to waste any more time. So for those of you who don't know, let's talk context here while we're opening this. Now, which knife? We have a garage of pocket knives over here, and we're going to break out the old tried and true. This is from Pictou County, Nova Scotia, a Grommet knife. One of my first folding knives ever. Picked this up as a teen. My family has connections down there, so we're down there often. So this is the one we're going to be using today. So special privileges to this particular knife. Now, I've got the box. The box, for those of you who want, it looks like this. It's a typical comic or magazine box if you bought anything online. This was actually shipped DHL. And that actually caused a fair amount of concern for those of us up in Canada, because DHL's employees are currently on strike here. So they're not accepting packages here in Canada anymore, and they're not fulfilling anymore. So when I found out this was shipping DHL, there was some concern. But you know, I had assumed, perhaps erroneously, that everything was going to be taken care of and that it would be made right. And you know what? I was correct in that assumption, because what actually happened was this package was processed and began being processed last week on Monday. Today being Tuesday the following week. And the initial processing took a bunch of days. But effectively on the 20th, which was Friday? Today being the 24th? Yeah, that would make sense. Would that make sense? Yeah, it would make sense. Friday. This was finally starting to be physically processed through their facilities down in Texas. Within a day or so, 2 days actually, this was clearing Canadian customs. And within 24 hours of it clearing Canadian customs, it was actually in my mailbox, delivered by Canada Post. So 2 points for DHL USA. Thanks for fulfilling that. I do appreciate that. So we're going to open this here. I'm getting first view, obviously, so I can make sure I can take anything out that you guys can't see. We have to make sure this is a YouTube-friendly video. So you got some packaging going on here. Let's get that over there. Oh, what have I got here? I've heard about these. I've got a sorry discount code. Now, my understanding is with these sorry discount codes, if they couldn't give you a back issue that you had backed or had purchased with your initial order, you were given a discount code. So discount code for September. Okay, so by way of background, I bought 3 issues or 3 different variants of the current Heavy Metal #1. And then I bought, I guess it would be 8 other items, which were back issue items. For those of you who don't know, if you're interested, if you are missing particular issues of back issues of a heavy metal magazine, you can go to their store and pick them up there. Part of the Kickstarter was that if you did support the Kickstarter, you were then able to purchase some there. And I will tell you, the prices were quite reasonable. They weren't crazy. And this is mostly for issues that I just couldn't get my hands on anywhere. So I've got a sorry code here. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I'll have to use this with my next online store here. That's pretty cool. Now, I do know in particular what I'm probably going to use this for, and it is a web exclusive that I know about as a member of the Angry Mob. But mum's the word. We do not discuss these things out in public. If you're not part of the Angry Mob, well, you don't know. You'll find out later. This is one of the perks that they've done to try to make things right by us, who had to wait. Ooh, so here we are. So this is, all right, so there's my regular Fragetta cover. And what I'll do with these is, again, showing them to the camera, I'll do that quickly, but we'll put images up to the side of it. This is why I'm kind of making sure that I'm now off to the side. So I'll put an image over there. This is the regular Fragetta cover. Now this is the one that you saw in most magazine stores and other places. What's interesting is I'm now 7.5 weeks later and I'm getting this. And again, I'm not going to continue to harp on this one, but I was actually in Chapters. I'm in Canada. And I was thumbing through there the other day, and lo and behold, in the magazine section, this was sitting on the shelf. And I thought, do I just, because again, I haven't read it. I know part of being a Kickstarter and a backer was I got a digital copy, but I can't stand reading digital. I have to read physical media. So the result was I haven't read it. So I was thinking, do I just duck? But again, I stopped myself because I said, no, we got notice that shipping is going to happen. It'll be here. So that's my regular one. Ooh, now so here's one of the variant covers that I got. Now this was a limit of only 500 copies. Yeah. Let's see, can I get this out without trashing it here? So it quickly looks like this. Okay, actual good image right there for you. So this is a Dan Brereton cover. This is a Tirana Dan Brereton. Am I saying that correctly? I never do say things correctly on this channel. Well, if I'm not, you guys are down below and let me know. We'll make sure we correct that. So that's what that is. And that was a limit of 500 copies of that one made. Now, I'm hopeful that at some point in time in the future, near future, I'll be able to meet Dan and get this one signed. I already see one of the back issues here, and we'll walk through these right now. Again, I'm going to keep my little sorry code over there. I know what I'm going to use it for. And when I do use it, actually, even when I do use that, I'm still not going to be able to share that with you. Those of you who are in the know, you know. For those of you who don't know, well, send me a message. If you really want to know, I'll explain it to you later. Okay, all right, here we go. So next one that's coming out here. Now this is November 2011. It's a back issue. I'll put the actual image over here. The reason why I chose this one in particular is because it's a Simon Bisley cover, or Bisley. He does come to Canada fairly regularly for cons to sign things, at least from what I've seen over the last couple of years. But I unfortunately have missed him. The last con where I thought I was going to be able to actually meet him and have him sign a bunch of heavy metal magazines that I'd already put in a nice little bundle, I unfortunately had to cancel very close to the deadline. So I didn't get to meet him there. So this is going in that stack so that hopefully we'll be able to get that one in there as well. Ooh, okay, so this one, I believe I know this one. This is, yes. This is the, yes, issue number 291. It's cover A. It's Nikki 6 variant edition. I'll put, again, image up over there. Going back a fair amount on this one. This is the Fetish Special. Why did I get this one? What was in? It's got a Richard Corbin story in this one. That's why I chose this one in particular that I needed to get my hands on. Ooh, okay. I see another one in here. A little excited about this one. Another back issue. One we were waiting for. September 2010. Looks like this. Okay. Nice image up over here. This is again another Simon Bisley cover that we're looking forward to getting signed. It features the final chapter of Fluorescent Black. Now I've heard positive things about that particular story. I have not read it. So. All right, looking forward to that. That's going to be pretty cool. Now we're going back a little bit here. So, yeah, that is going back. Again, another Richard Corbin pull for me. There we go. Put the image up over there for you guys. This is January 1992. Again, Richard Corbin, so I was missing it. I picked it. Now, this is one, okay, I've actually seen this advertised in old heavy metal magazines for quite some time. You're thumbing through old heavy metal magazines. There are always books or specials they put together that I never ordered because, well, quite frankly put, I never had the money or the time or the ability to do so. Well, now that I'm older, unfortunately, heavy metal wasn't around. Well, at least not recently. Now I had the opportunity to get this. This is one that I've been looking for quite some time. So yeah, I'm quite excited about this. It's the collection of 1941. Yeah, oh, I gotta stop holding up. There's too much color. Put the image up over there. This is pretty cool. It's a Steve Bissette cover. I haven't read it yet. All I know is every time I see this, I'm like, man, I gotta get that and I gotta read that because it looks pretty darn cool. Well, now I own it. I'll read it. And I may actually do, if it's good enough, a little bit of a story about that later in another video. Oh, I see what we've done here. I think I get this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Hold on. This is July 2009. But I'll put the image up over there for you guys. Much clearer image for you. I believe this is another Bisley cover. Yeah, distinctly this is Bisley. Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. So that's why that's in there. Another part of the fluorescent black story that I was looking for. September 2009, up over there if you're interested. And again, that was part of the fluorescent black one when I saw that, and that leads into this particular Bisley cover that we got over here. So now I've got some more of that. Put that in there. And, there we go. Now we're getting down to the last of it. This is the last one. And again, I'm sure there are a lot of these out in the market, and I'll just put quickly. It's just a blank variant cover. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with that blank variant cover, but when I was putting the order together, I said, well, I have been getting a fair number of blank covers lately and getting custom worked on them. Some of the work that I've been doing that I'm particularly excited about is I've been doing a lot of Universal Monsters work. And again, I'm not the one doing it. All right, I am by no means artistic. I don't have an artistic bone in my body. But I'll put the images up over here. And if you're interested in those, you can search through my channel and you can see how I'm unboxing these and where they're coming in from while I'm sharing them coming in. Listen, if you're really, really interested, just go check out Mike Rooth. His stuff, quite good. And his work on these Universal Monster covers that we've got going on over here has been really, really cool. So I gotta tell you, this was pretty cool. This was packaged okay. I didn't see any issue with it. Now, that being said, there are no bags and boards on many of these, but they're perfectly safe inside the box. I don't think any of them really got damaged more than, like, nobody's gonna get, you're not gonna get actually some of these, okay, I'm gonna take that back. Maybe some of these are ranking as high grade right now as they're presented, but a lot of the older ones, you're just not gonna get those in great grades anymore. So quite cool getting that, and I'm quite happy with this. It is a shame about that September 2008 one that was missing. So now what I have to do is I have to go back and figure out which one in particular that was, what my reason was for getting that one, and then deciding whether I'm just not going to hunt it down or whether I do need to go hunt it down. Now my hope, and this is a hope, if you're a subscriber of Heavy Metal Magazine, if you've gone through the process of subscribing to the new relaunch and trying to get into this, one of the things that I've suggested to Heavy Metal, and I don't know if they're going to act on this or not, but I'll tell you, one of the comments I made was, what would be really fantastic is if we're a subscriber and we had the ability to log into our profile on the web store. And then as we are looking at our upcoming subscription issues and when they're going to be mailed out, potentially adding web store purchases to that so they can go out at the same time. The comment that I made to Heavy Metal Magazine was really what you'd see here is you'd see spikes in online sales around your release dates of your shipments, because people would be saying, well, I've already got a shipment coming in. What can I just add to this for a small incremental, perhaps, fee increase on my shipping? And I'm hopeful that they will take that to heart and they'll move with it. I'll tell you, the response that I got immediately was, this is a great idea, and yes, I'm going to get our people to look into this. Now, I'm hopeful that will happen by the time number 2 is coming out, because I can tell you there's a particular thing I want to buy on the web store, and I'll probably be using that discount code in order to make that happen. Hopefully that'll be coming with my issue 2. Well, we'll wait and see. Well, everybody, that's our quick video for this one. And this one was really shot for you members of the Angry Mob, and I hope you enjoy this one. We will be going through a lot of these over time, and we're going to make sure that as the new subscriptions coming out, that I'm showcasing each issue as it's coming out, well, with a little more detail than we've been doing up to date. Up until now, all I've been doing is showing our viewers here on this channel, hey, I picked this up, it's kind of cool, this is why. Maybe we'll start doing some more in-depth reviews on these, because, well, quite frankly I think, well, you know what? We'll wait until I'm done number 1, then we'll start making more concrete commentary. Everybody, that's our video for, well, not this week, but at least for today. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one.